What's up, everybody? Zach here with the Nerd Cave. Y'all let me know how you're doing down in the comments below. This week in gaming news, we're talking about the state of play that happened Monday. We're making some predictions tonight about what's going to happen at Summer Game Fest. We've got Xbox on Sunday as well, plus some other news that we're going to be discussing tonight. But thank y'all so much for being here. It's going to be a fantastic evening of games, of all the good stuff. We're on time. Derek's not here, but we're going to have a great time. So let me know how you're doing down in the comments below, and go ahead and let me know what you were excited about state of play. I want to know that. I want to know what it was like. Oh my God, I can't wait for this game. Was it the new God of War? Was it Wolverine? I don't know, but you do. I have my picks. Which we'll be talking about here in just a few minutes. And go ahead, make sure that if you haven't already, hit that like button so you don't miss out on anything. Amy says, hello, hola, at a place called Vertigo, Vertigo. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that YouTube before they put. See, everybody hated on the album that they put on. Like, I understand. Like, privacy concerns. Everybody got a free album. Everybody was ticked off, but it was a really good album still. You know what I mean? It was still a really good album. Somebody, who's giving me a thumbs down for that one? That was a good album. I like that album a lot. Guys, hope y'all are doing well tonight. Y'all let me know what you've been playing. We're going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about what you've been playing. I have been kind of playing a bunch of different things. And Tuesday night, I finished Expedition 33. It was good. It was good. I rolled credits, and it was one of those things where once I got there, it was definitely French. It was definitely French. Arma says Trent Turner. Nice. I haven't heard anyone talk about Arma in so long, Trent. But welcome to the stream. Glad that you're here. Joe, what's up? What's up? Hope you're doing well, man. So yeah, finish Expedition 33, and it is a good game. And I think if, like I was talking about at the end of the stream Tuesday, I think if I would have played it in a more condensed fashion, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot, because by the time the last stream happened, I was ready to be done with Expedition 33. And the ending, it had its ups and downs. Again, like I said, very French, kind of sad ending and all of that. But I will say, for the bang for your buck, definitely is Expedition 33. I know Koshi was talking about all the other stuff that you can do afterwards. There's so much more that I didn't even get to, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy at all the stuff that they got packed in there. And you can either start before you go to Lumiere and fight, or you could do like a new game plus and everything. So I don't know when I will get back to it, but I definitely enjoyed my ride. I've also been playing Alan Wake 2, and man, if you like spoopy, or if you like thriller, if you like mysteries and trying to solve stuff, then Alan Wake 2 is definitely worth your time and your investment. What is nice is a lot of places, I know with PlayStation, it was like a PlayStation Plus game. It is a PlayStation Plus premium game. I know that much, because that's been how I've been playing and everything. Absolutely love it. It is so good. And I'm close to the end now, which I've been really just enjoying. Amy says, I'm hunting for a new game. I got to find the right fit. Amy is a big Animal Crossing fan, so getting her something that is something that's down her alley is important, you know. I know Paralives is live now, which is kind of like a Sims competitor and everything. So Maybe that. I don't know. But I know like having the Switch, which we do have the Steam Deck that you can play on. Um Joe says, my wife started her job today. Awesome. Hopefully going to get us in a better financial situation. I love to hear that. Congrats. Hope that Amelia does awesome and has a great time. Amy said it was nice to have people who were along for the journey come and watch the end together. Yeah, that was, I felt like it was kind of like the end as well. It was like everybody was like coming and being a part of it and being, you know, in it and everything. Which, to Joe's point, I do have Stardew Valley over on the Steam Deck. I do have it. I just never played it. So, and yes, Amy is picky. Amy is picky on her games. I know there was that there was a library game. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Oh, okay, here we go. Librarian Tidy Up Arcane Arcade. Uh-oh. There we go. So it's like all of these books have to be reshelved. Mr. Boston, I haven't heard of that one before. It's like finding the right place and everything. I think this might be and it's got very positive on here. It's big. So that might be it. That might be the one for Amy. I don't know. But y'all let me know what you are playing right now. I'm gonna definitely looks interesting. I think you would like it. Okay, let's see. Earl. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, y'all let us know what you're playing down in the comments below. For Tuesday next week, I haven't decided what I want to play yet. I think I might play a game that I got from I got a code for, so I haven't I might play it. It's more of like a I'm trying to think of what it's called. Let's go back over here. Games. There we go. All games. Where is it? Can I get recent? Name. Playtime. Maybe not. Let's go name. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's like you're on a planet and you're having to like create like factories and all of this kind of stuff. It's something that's newer. I thought I had gotten it on here. Not Space Engineers. Definitely not Pirate Control. Or Pirate Patrol. That game was not it, y'all. I do not recommend that game at all. I'm not seeing it on here. I thought I had Apparently not, y'all. I don't know. No Lego Batman. I want to do Lego Batman. I just don't know if I am doing it next week. I'm trying to figure out. Plus, I do have to. I think I have to make content for this one. So, we're just chatting at the moment. We're just chatting. Apparently, we're just chatting. We're just having a good time. Star Rupture is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Let's see. Star. Huh. I don't know. We'll look at it later. All right, guys. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. As you can already tell, it's slightly different than what we normally do. But we're going to have a good time. We're going to be chatting about everything. It's going to be a little bit more back and forth, a little less reading tonight, a little bit more reactions and everything. So that's what we're here for. That's why we're here. We're going to have a great time. Going to have a good time, y'all. First up, let's talk about the state of play. This happened on Tuesday, and Sony showed off a ton of games. And if you haven't watched the state of play, there was definitely some highlights. There were some times where it was kind of like, okay, we're here, we're going through this and everything. For me, I feel like what we did get shown, we got shown a huge 20-minute chunk of the new God of War, which, my God, I cannot wait for. 20 minutes was not what I was expecting. Kind of reminds me of when they did show off Kratos, the God of War 2018. Like they did, I remember they're showing off a pretty good chunk. It wasn't the original reveal. I don't think they did that, but Derek would be able to clarify on that. But it looks great. Joe says Lao Fei and Wolverine both look so good. Yeah, I agree. They look amazing. Wolverine, I was really thrilled with Wolverine. Just the mechanics, everything looks great. And I feel like the way that Insomniac like really came in swinging with this, like I feel like maybe Spider-Man might have been holding them back with like the no kill thing, because doggone it, man, they were going hardcore with Wolverine. If you've not seen the trailer, you definitely need to check it out. It is kind of crazy what they were showing off and everything. But dude, it was so good. It was so good. Absolutely enjoyed every minute of what I saw on Wolverine. It was just amazing, and I cannot wait for it. Yeah, Wolverine was extremely bloody, and it, like, the way it feels like it is comic book Wolverine. He's a little bit shorter, he's hairy, he's sniffing things and like tracking stuff down and everything. And Joe was commenting on my reaction, and dude, this game looks insane, y'all. It looks absolutely insane. Like the combat and everything looks so fluid. I cannot wait for this to come out in September. And September, everybody, is going to be an insane month for gaming. Like, it is going to be just nuts. It's going to be nuts. Like, I can't even imagine everything that we're going to be getting in September. But yeah, like the gameplay is crazy what we're getting in here. Like, it is just visceral, it is bloody, it is everything that you would want from Wolverine, because one of our things was like, is this, before we saw the first trailer like several months ago, it's like, are we going to get that, or are we going to get like kind of kid gloves on it and everything? And one of the cool things that I saw, and I think this is important, is apparently Wolverine's director says the game's extreme gore can be turned off. And this is by Chris Scullion over at VGC. And I think that's important because not everybody is going to want that gore, that, just in your face, blood, blood, blood. I remember when I first played Ghost of Tsushima, I turned off the gore and I had a great time with it and everything. But now I'm like, okay, I'm totally fine with it. But it was nice to be able to turn it off. And I remember with Gears of War 5, I want to say it was, you could turn off the gore and you could turn off the language, like the more extreme language and everything. And it's like, not everybody wants to hear that. And having the choice, I think, is really, really cool. But let's jump into this a little bit. In an interview with IGN, Mike Daly said it was important that the game be extremely bloody because Wolverine series is known for its high level of violence. From the inception of the project, we knew that the number one most important thing was to bring the Wolverine fantasy to life. Not just that, but make it the ultimate Wolverine fantasy. And when you look at aspects of the character and all the stories he's been through in his history, it was clear that the violence was a key part of that. And I could not agree anymore. Like, Wolverine is violence. Wolverine is a hand-to-hand. He's getting up close and personal. He's given equal left and rights. Okay. He is not caring if you're a man or woman or whatever. He's going to kill you if you're in your way. All right. So that was never really in question. It was kind of baked into how we made decisions from the very beginning. So we knew that we were going to have to bring that out in the gameplay, put it in our hands as players and make that part of the story. But at the same time, Insomniac Games wants to have a grounded world with believable things that happen. So we didn't want to go over the top. We really wanted to hit the bullseye on what's the best representation of Wolverine, what delivers fans' expectations, and what's going to keep the claw combat action satisfying over the whole course of the playthrough, which I think is really good. Excuse me. So those things are... those are things we're calibrated against. You can see the results for yourself before because we put it in the trailer. The way I would describe it is that we were unapologetically violent. I think unapologetically violent. And I think they've nailed that 100%. We knew it would have to accomplish that in order to accomplish our ultimate vision. And because of that, the gameplay retains satisfaction. Despite this, Daly also acknowledged that not every player will want to play a game with such high level of gore, and so the game does have an option to turn it off. All that being said, we know that it's not for everyone, and because we knew this was going to be a part of the game from the beginning, we also implemented an accessibility feature to turn off gore. It's clearly integrated into the game in a lot of different ways, so it's a nuanced feature that is very selective about what we show, what we censor, turning off blood and things like that, just in order to make it more palatable to people who don't really want to have that part of their experience. So I'm curious what y'all think. Like, is this a feature that you would want to use? And I think this is also... like, clearly this game is going to be rated M, y'all. Okay. This is not something that I think a kid should be playing, but if you're playing this game around more sensitive people that aren't as used to blood, they don't play games or they don't watch anime or something like that, this might be a way to be able to still enjoy the game without that level of carnage and violence in there. But I thought that was really cool because not many games give you that feature, not give you the ability to turn that off. So I do think that's a really good way to do it. Why was Spider-Man good? Because you felt like Spidey. If not slicing and dicing and getting blood everywhere, you are not Wolvie. Very true. Very true, Joe. Very true. And, just looking at what we got in this trailer. Let's just jump to this section and everything. It is just crazy at how hard this goes. It just goes and goes, and like you see the blood, and of course, like for them to animate the amount of blood that's on his suit and keep it all on him would be extremely hard, because after a few seconds it does kind of like wick off of him essentially, but that's okay. And I know a lot of people had problems with this section where you see like Wolverine kind of go to this position where he is like he's healing and everything, and you see like the damage, like you can see the the metal and everything. I can't remember the way to say it. Anti-anim. I can't say it. I don't know why. My brain's not working. You can see the metal and everything, and his suit is literally ripped to shreds. And then as he heals, like you literally see it, like his suit pop back into like full blown everything. So it's like people are like, oh, well, why is this? They're trying to make it a big deal. And it was something that, like, to me, it stood out when I saw it. But it's not like, oh, my God, like this is such a Bobo mess or anything like that. That's not how I kind of pictured what it was going to be. But, man, it is. I am excited about this game. I cannot wait for it. That was one of the cool things that we got to see. We also got a new Rayman, which it is a remake that we saw here. And man, it looks so good. And if y'all are like Rayman fans, this is a remake of Legends, and the way this looks has me super excited about this, because I don't know if y'all can hear that. Let's see if I can get this where y'all can hear it. Okay. Can we get this? Okay.
Yet, there are some outcomes that are uncertain, even to me.
Dragons! Let's roll!
Like, I will say that the dragons do look very very similar to the dragons from like How to Train Your Dragons.
Calming biscuits?
You see what I mean? Like, they look a lot like How to Train Your Dragons. But it looks great, y'all. Like, I'm excited about this. I really am.
Follow me, brave hero.
So it's going to have some really cool things, and you are going to be getting parts of this where you are having like the musical levels and everything, which I thought that was like one of the best parts of those games, was like how musically driven they were and everything. And man, I absolutely love those games. I remember playing them, and I'm glad to see that we are finally getting a new Rayman series, that we are finally getting those things to be coming back around, because man, it has been such a long time since that has been even a thing. And you know, we're finally here, y'all. We're finally getting that. And when I think about all the things that were shown, there were some that really stood out to me. Of course, we'll talk about God of War here in just a second, y'all. Phantom Blade, I think that was one of the most disappointing things in the showcase is that we got a new Phantom Blade trailer, and I was expecting one thing, and then we totally got the the total opposite of it, where it was like, oh, we're not only not getting a date, well, we did get a date, but we got delayed after the end of the show and everything. And it was just like, okay, because it was like I was hoping for maybe a demo or something like that. And yeah, I'm excited for the game, but I definitely I'm kind of not happy with how that played out and everything during the show and all of that. But still, it is what it is. As long as the game is good, that's all that really matters to me when it gets down to it. And I think that is the biggest thing that you can ask, is if it does take more time, which I think that's one of the weird things about it, is like it only went back a month. So like it didn't give us a ton of time on it. And I think it might get pushed to next year, which makes more sense. If it got pushed to next year, totally can understand that. But then there was another game, y'all. And this one was, we had seen this developer before, but this one is really cool. Like, it's got such a very cool style, and man, and you're hunting down like Oni and all of that. Like, I am stoked about that. Or yokai, you're hunting down and everything. It's giving me kind of like you're getting to kind of play K-pop Demon Hunter here, essentially. It's very colorful, very vertical, different classes and all of that. And as you level up, you do get like different kind of abilities and everything. So I think this is going to be really cool, and it is going to be like up to 3-player co-op and everything. So yeah, I do think this will be an interesting one. It is still pretty early development and everything, but it will be hopefully and actually a good one, and I'm excited, y'all. And also the lady that's like heading the development, like she was over the art direction for Ghostwire Tokyo. So if y'all are interested in it, it's called Kimori. It looks really, really cool. Koshi, how's it going? Hope you're doing well tonight. Hope you are doing well tonight. And then last, but well, we got two more. We got two more that I wanted to show off. I was not expecting us to get an Until Dawn 2, but we did, y'all. We did. We got an Until Dawn 2, and I loved Until Dawn 1.
By dark stories. Our goal: confront the evil, corrupting paradise. This is Dead True International.
So, if you never played Until Dawn, you know how it's going to be. It's you know, everything was good until it wasn't. You know, Perfect Vacation. We've got a few bigger names, like this dude here is in Baldur's Gate 3. He was the vampire everybody like raved over and everything. He's in there. The yeah, this dude right here. And then this dude, he is he was in Stranger Things season 3, I think it was, and he was the one that would always like have his shirt off and everything, that was hitting on all the moms. So he is like has a ghost hunting show or whatever that's totally false and phony and everything. But he's stumbled into a place where, well, it might be scarier than you think. Might be scarier than you think. Oh, does it come out in time for Halloween? It actually does. I think it comes out in September. So it's definitely going to be in time for Halloween. And then, of course, last but not least, God of War, Lafe, however you want to pronounce it. A lot of people were like trying to figure out how to pronounce it, and there's some theories on why it's different, and there's different cultures that have had that word in their language and everything. So it looks absolutely amazing. I am so unbelievable stoked for it. The verticality looks amazing. The game looks great. Deborah is doing such an amazing job with Faye. We got to see a little bit of her in God of War Ragnarok. First game, we just saw a wrapped body, and the way that everything is literally like going parallel and everything. And that reminds me, Derek did send me a text about his thoughts on the state of play. And I said I would read it and everything. So his about God of War, he said, I need God of War Lafe like I need air. I thought we'd just get a reveal, but didn't expect a 20-minute demo. The gameplay looks dope and unique, and Faye and the Cube will be definitely Mimir on this adventure. I thought the story would be a prequel, but it running parallel to the events in the duology is interesting. Makes me already have a bold prediction. Derek having a bold prediction, y'all, here. At some point, Faye will learn she has a chance at reincarnation, will succeed, and reunite with Kratos in whatever new pantheon they decide to put him in. I'm just saying. I feel like that would be a really cool way to, because it's like Atreus and Agrabota have gone out on their own. Bring in Faye, bring her back after her adventure here. It would be amazing. Please read Derek's step. I am. He goes on and says, September is now stacked and something is going to get left in the dust if all the games land on their said dates. And I think that this is one of those times where it's like, you got to move. Either you move up. It's like, okay, the game is ready to go in, mid July. It's like, hey, instead of us having September and being forgotten, because whatever gets put out later in September, unless it's a big game, it's going to get kind of like left in the dust. And if you remember the way Titanfall 2 got handled and got just obliterated with Battlefield 1, with Call of Duty coming out, everything literally cannibalized Titanfall 2, and Titanfall 2 is actually a really, really good game. He goes on to say, Control, Resident, Until Dawn 2, Silent Hill, Townfall, and Ill look dope. Resident being $60 is even better, which I didn't know that until Derek texted me that this morning. And like having Resident being $60, I think is great. I think, Remedy knowing that it's like, okay, we got to make something affordable. And I think Resident is going to be one of those games that, like, the head of Remedy has already come out and said that Resident Control 1 and Alan Wake 2 didn't sell the way that they expected. So doing $60 is $10 cheaper. And the showing that they had, the trailer that they had during the state of play was really, really good. But I don't think it's a game where people are like, oh my God, I got to play this. It's like, oh, well, this is the second one. I know they're saying like Control Resident. So it's not necessarily like, oh, this is a number 2, which kind of put people in a weird position. But I think doing the $60 things does make it a little bit more approachable. Amy's saying, Derek predicting because he ain't here to fight you on making bets. True. Very true. Derek knows he's scared. Derek knows he's scared. And then let's talk about Wolverine. Derek did a message about Wolverine as well. Wolverine gameplay looks sick. I'm glad we're just sticking to playing Wolverine, but the team up with Jim Gray is cool, and they confirmed later that you team up with Sabretooth, which I didn't know that, which is wild considering he loves to torture Wolverine, which makes me think it's a red herring. But seeing Deadpool teased at the end along with Mystique and Omega Red makes me think how many other cameos we'll get. And I think like we could be seeing a lot, and I think this is a way for them to build out like the mutant side of things. Like we're getting Trask, we're getting all these different little things and all of that. So I'm excited. I do think that this was a fairly strong state of play, but I don't think it is the end all be all of state of plays. But man, it's like, I would rather have the strong intro, strong end, and like a pretty good middle any day. So let's talk about Summer Game Fest, everybody. We're having Summer Games Fest literally tomorrow. And that's kind of crazy that we're already here, y'all. We're already in the summer side of things where everything's getting announced. I miss E3, but this is our E3 this day and age. And we already got some things that are confirmed that are going to be coming to Summer Game Fest. We did get a leak today about Star Wars. Star Wars is going to be showing off Zero Company. And if you don't remember Zero Company, I had to literally look it up because I totally forgot what it was, to be honest. But Zero Company is the XCOM Star Wars like crossover that we saw last year, and it actually looks really good. I'm pretty excited about it. I loved XCOM back in the day, and having a Star Wars game that's centered around that, I think will be really cool. And PC Gamer did a video that's like, someone went to the studio and did a lot on that, and a lot of ex-devs from XCOM, there we go, are working on this, plus the art director and everything. So super stoked for that. But here are the things that we are confirmed. We have Star Wars Zero Company, Guild Wars. I don't know if we're getting Guild Wars like DLC or if we're getting Guild Wars 2 or 3. We've had Guild Wars 2 for a very, very long time. Fortnite, which we'll probably see new season. Blood Message, which I don't know what that is. Among Us, and then Clutch will be getting on there. Among Us, it's still popular. It's still getting played and everything, but I'm not sure if that we're going to get like a new map or what they're going to be showing. I know that they did start a creative thing last year where they were supporting indie devs and all of that as a publisher. So Inner Sloth and everything. So, and Outer Sloth is the publisher side. So I think that's pretty dope. So here are some rumors. Final Fantasy VII Part 3, which I don't think that is going to be shown. If it was going to be shown, I don't know if Part 3 is PlayStation exclusive, but Part 1 and 2 have been exclusive. So I don't know if we will see that. Alien Isolation 2, possibly. I feel like there's a lot of Alien games that are being talked about right now. There's no way Intergalactic Heretic Prophet is going to be there. For the love of God, please show Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. We need to get this game out there, show people. It's not going to come this year. There's no way on God's green earth, but next year, like in March or whatever, would be a great time to actually get this out. But man, something's got to give. Injustice 3. I think this would be dope. Like getting an Injustice 3 I like it's something like Injustice 2 was great. I loved Injustice 1, but I really loved Injustice 2. And there's so much more to still do and still show. So this would be fantastic to see. Neversoft, Netherrealm, sorry, Neversoft is a totally different company. They made the original Tony Hawk games, but NetherRealm showing up. Like, we've had a bunch of Mortal Kombats, so like riding off of it could be something else for Mortal Kombat 1, but I highly doubt it. Riding off of the wave of Mortal Kombat 2 on in theaters and everything, but showing like NetherRealm with Injustice 2, getting Injustice 3 would be so dope. I would love that. I don't know where they would go with it. But again, I haven't read all of the comics and everything, but there's a lot of stuff. We did get kind of a spoiler, a kind of leak on this, but Metro 2039 might be there, but it also might be on Xbox's showcase. So there's no telling. What's up, Nate? Halo Campaign Evolved. I think that this would actually work in Xbox's favor to show this at Game Fest, just because it is going to be multi-platform, and just putting it on the Xbox showcase on Sunday, I think would actually be a disservice to their bottom line. And it could be, okay, we show you 2 minutes of it, but we're going to show more at the Xbox conference. I think that is the way to do that instead of just keeping it all for themselves. I cannot wait to see more of this, because just the trailer that we got looks amazing, and I can't wait for this. Now, I'm curious for all the people that played Hogwarts Legacy. This is something that is really heavily rumored right now, is Hogwarts Legacy 2, that it might be even coming out this year, which would be insane. For me, I think it would be coming out next year, because the first one did come out in February. It came out, I think, right before my birthday or right after my birthday. Hogwarts Legacy 1 did. So Hogwarts Legacy 2, I don't know if it would be set in the same timeline or around the same timeline, or do we jump further ahead? I'm not sure what they're going to do there, but it is a big possibility, especially because Hogwarts Legacy did so crazy numbers for them, literally the best selling game of like 2024 for them. There's always potential for big exclusives, big world premieres, all of that. So not sure what we're going to see there. But we have seen other things. Some potential appearances: Resident Evil 9 DLC, Code Veronica remake, Forza Horizon 6 PS5 release date. I don't know about that. I feel like that is a Xbox showcase. I could see Monster Hunter Wilds DLC being there. Kena Scars of Cosmora. I don't know. See if I can get rid of this. Pause for an hour. There we go. It's annoying me. Star Wars Jedi 3, talking about like the Survivor Fallen Order series. Maybe. We did see a Jurassic Park game in the state of play, but I'm not sure. Persona 6 did get leaked today, so we might be seeing that tomorrow. I could totally see that. So I don't know on that. But I hope that we see OD. I hope that we see Kojima come out on stage. I don't know what we potentially could see other than OD. I don't think his stealth game is ready for anything right now, because he's been working on OD. And I don't think it's going to be a Death Stranding type thing, because Death Stranding, I think 3 is already like the story is already written, but the amount of time that it takes to make that kind of game, with all of his other projects, like he's already said that he probably won't be directing it, um, which is kind of sad because just how good Death Stranding 2 is. Yeah, I want more. I want more. I need to finish Death Stranding 2, but I would love to see OD. I know, let's see. Last time OD was shown. Maybe I should put OD game. Let's see. Okay. OD game. It was either some Summer Games Fest. I can't remember. Let's see. Okay, TGS 2025. Okay, so 8 months ago we got the crazy trailer that was shown, and man, this thing looked so good, but so freaking scary, and like the lighting, oh my god, like all of what was in this was, I don't know if I can play it. Let's just say that it is really, really creepy. But the game just looks fantastic, y'all. So I'd love to see that. I don't know if it is time for that, because vertical slices or anything like that is time consuming. Over to Nate says, we need a Rise of Voldemort. Oh man, like I think that would be I think that would be cool to get like a Rise of Voldemort, or even like the Marauders or whatever. Like having fixed stuff though is a little bit more difficult when you're trying to make like a role-playing game, and it's like all the fantasy is to give people the ability to choose their own adventure, to make themselves into this thing or whatever. So, but I would love to see a Rise of Voldemort. Maybe you're like one of his lackeys or something. You could either be in the Order of the Phoenix, or you could be a Death Eater. Yeah. And yeah, of course I would be playing from the evil side. You know what I mean? Evil side's always way more interesting. Way more interesting. Just saying, way more interesting, y'all. Amy says Voldemort's origin story is in the books. I mean, the bones are there. True, very true. I never finished Hogwarts Legacy. I did play a good chunk of it and had a lot of fun. But it never kept me. I don't think the story was the strong point of that game, and I think if they made it a little bit stronger in this next one, I think it could be something that really like won me over and got more of my time. But I did think the combat, the world, and everything, they did a fantastic job over there. We're going to be talking about some Nintendo stuff, y'all, because Nintendo is going to be apparently doing the dang thing, y'all. They're going to be coming at us live in a chart. Well, not live, because Nintendo never does live anymore, which I think really works. Like literally, I think everybody now only does pre-recorded stuff. Like nobody actually does anything that's not pre-recorded, which saves a lot of things, saves a lot of issues going wrong. So I'd rather have something that nice and packaged. instead of those awkward EA things. But a Nintendo Direct is reportedly coming next week, just after Summer Game Fest, and this is by Chris Scullion over at Video Games Chronicle. Nintendo reportedly broadcasts a new Nintendo Direct presentation next week. That's according to a reliable insider, Nate the Hate, who claimed his latest YouTube video that the showcase will take place soon. We're in the month of June, and expectations are there will be a Direct in the near future, he said, but these claims have merit. When will Nintendo begin to discuss their 2026 plans with us after Star Fox and Rhythm Heaven and Splatoon Raiders? What does the rest of 2026 look like for Nintendo? We'll be getting that answer very soon, as from what I've heard, the Nintendo Direct will take place next week, the second week of June, and just to be clear, that is the week of the 8th. If a Nintendo Direct is indeed next week, will be the first major game Direct in 9 months. The last one aired back in September 2025, focused on the 40th anniversary of Mario Bros. There have been a further 9 presentations since then, but they have been partner showcases, Indie Worlds, Pokemon Presents, or focused on sequel releases such as Kirby Air Riders, Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream, Star Fox, or the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So for me, for this to be successful for Nintendo, for me, I thought I was sharing my screen this whole time, y'all. My apologies. For this to be successful, for Nintendo to have a great Direct, they got to give games. Like, yeah, they have Star Fox, which is just Star Fox 64, and my God, that thing does not inspire me. I'm not a Star Fox player. I've never played a Star Fox game, but man, it looks so bad, y'all. It looks so freaking bad. They just look like bad taxidermied puppets. But like, yeah, we're getting Rhythm Heaven, Splatoon Raiders, but there's got to be more. Like, there's got to be more in the pipeline. Where is the next, are we getting an Ocarina of Time remake? Since we were hearing rumblings of Star Fox, we're getting a remake of it. We've been getting rumblings of an Ocarina of Time remake. And if they did, of course, guys, I hope y'all understand this. Like, Zelda is a much bigger property than Star Fox, so Star Fox definitely had a smaller budget, but Ocarina of Time, since it's like one of the most well-loved and wanted games, like, they're going to be putting a much, much bigger budget on that. So it would be great to see that. Again, I am not a huge Nintendo fan when it really, like, the rubber meets the road. I'm more of a Pokemon fan when it comes down to it. But I would love to see an Odyssey 2. I know we got Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 brought over to the Switch and everything, but my gosh, give me an Odyssey 2. Make me happy. Make me happy. Galaxy was cool. I liked, I want to play more of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I want to play more of that. But continuing on with the Nintendo news, this one was kind of shocking to hear today. Odyssey, says Amy. Yeah, Odyssey was so good. Amy and I got to play together. Cappy. I love that game. Switch 2 hardware sales dropped by 87%. Well, Switch 2 hardware sales dropped by 87% week on week in Japan following the price increase. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, y'all? This is by Chris Scullion over at the VGC. Switch 2 hardware sales dropped drastically in Japan last week following the console's price increase. Nintendo announced last month that it would be raising price of Nintendo Switch consoles in the United States, Europe, Canada, and Japan. While the US, Europe, and Canada won't see price increase being implemented until September 1st, in Japan, it took effect on May 25th. So it literally took effect like pretty much right after it. On the state, the price of Japan only region locked Switch 2, the version available everywhere in Japan except for Nintendo's own online store, rose from $312. Let's talk about USD to $374 USD. You can see the yen there if y'all want that. The increase appears to have had an immediate impact on Switch 2 hardware sales, according to the latest weekly software and hardware sales chart from Famitsu. In the previous 3 weeks, Switch 2 sold 214,433 units, 217,922 units, and 247,880 units, according to Famitsu's previous charts. Last week, however, the period from May 25th to May 31st, the console sold 31,751 units, a drop of 87%. Holy moly. All for like $50, around $50-ish dollars. Like, you're getting this and then you jump down to this. Yeah. It should be noted that the Switch 2 had seen a surge in sales in Japan after the Nintendo's announcement that the console was set to receive a price increase. In the 3 weeks before Nintendo's announcement, the Switch 2 had sold, okay, so this makes a lot more sense. 5,200 units, 4,400 units, 4,500 units in Japan, suggesting the recent huge jump in sales was due to players buying the Switch 2 console before they got more expensive. Last week's sales of 31,000, however, are still lower than what they were before the announcement. The price increase also appears to have had a drastic effect on sales on the original Switch model. And y'all can see they had 3,000 units, 4,000, 5,000, 7,000, 5,000, 2,000. But then last week it only sold 229 units. And the Xbox Series X outsold it. Which says a lot, y'all. Which says a lot. I think that's interesting. Like, of course, like, people are going to go try to get that deal, and yeah, it might be only $50-ish dollars, whatever. I think, you know, people want a deal. Like, if they could save money to be able to put towards something else, I think that's important. Let's just be honest. I think that's important, especially in this day and age. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. Things are more expensive. Things are more expensive than they've ever been. And it's just costing more and more to live. And when consoles are going up and you've got consoles that are costing $1,000, all of that. And yeah, people are going to buy more. And you clearly saw like that being the case where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to buy this while it's still, you know, cheaper. And okay, like you got literally 3 weeks of over 200,000 sales, which is crazy. Amy says, what, a price increase affects sales? That's crazy logic. It is. It's crazy good. I don't know. I feel like I wasn't going to go in corporate greed today, but we got to talk about Amazon, y'all. We got to talk about Amazon, and I hope you're all ready for this, because my, oh my, 007 First Light has come out, absolutely crushing it. Like, I'm hearing people saying that this is literally a potential game of the year. Like, they're like, it's like my number 2 right now, my number 1. And I'm like, holy moly, I would have never thought before launch that this game would be talked in a good way, because the showing on this game was like, it was dog water. It was that bad. It was just not good. And it's been raved about, and it's making me really, really want to get it and play it and enjoy every second of it, just because of the people that I hear talk about it and even watch some gameplay and everything. But the future doesn't look great, y'all. It doesn't look great, because today we got some interesting news from Amazon. Future 007 games will be theoretically published by Amazon Game Studios, not IO Interactive. And this is by Chris Scullion over at the VGC. Any future games featuring James Bond will not be published by IO Interactive, and Amazon Gaming executive has stated. We do have an update on this. Amazon Game Studios has made a statement regarding Jeff Gotti's comments. Amazon MGM holds the rights to any future James Bond video game, but it's still too early to discuss future projects, an Amazon spokesperson told VGC. We have a great relationship with IO Interactive and are proud of what we've accomplished together on 007 First Light. Man, that's some stolen valor right there. Y'all did diddly freaking squat on First Light, Amazon. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You did nothing. You did nothing. Our partners at IO will reveal more about 007 First Light in the near future, and we're looking forward to sharing what's next. So, just to give you kind of the understanding of everything. IO Interactive developed and self-published 007 First Light last month after initially announcing the game was Project 007 back in November 2020. 6 months after this announcement, Amazon acquired MGM, including its catalog of more than 4,000 movies and 17,000 TV shows, including the existing Bond movies. Then in February 2025, Amazon MGM Studios announced that it had acquired creative control of the Bond franchise after striking a deal with the IP owners Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson. Can y'all imagine? Barbara Broccoli. Try to say that 5 times fast. Barbara Broccoli. Barbara Broccoli, Barbara Broccoli, Barbara Broccoli, Barbara Broccoli, Barbara Barbara Bra. I feel like I'm that stone dude from Chowder. You know what I'm talking about? He's like, rada, 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 rada. Some have therefore questioned whether IO Interactive will be able to publish another Bond game, especially given that 007 First Light has been a success with 1.5 million copies sold in the first day, making it IO's fastest selling game ever. That's huge. That's huge. In an interview with Polygon, Amazon's GM of gaming, Jeff Gattis, has seemingly confirmed that it will be handling all the publishing duties on all the future Bond games going forward. We did not make First Light, Gattis explained. We do have a stake in it because we now own the IP, but that IP acquisition happened after the First Light IO deal was already done. While Amazon didn't have the full rights to the First Light James Bond game, however, any future games will be done by MGM and theoretically by Amazon Game Studios. And again, the update here is that we have a great relationship with IO Interactive and are proud of what we've accomplished together. No, you didn't accomplish anything, Amazon. Shut up. Get out of my face. Amazon. Oh my God, they're so annoying. They're so annoying. Not Patreon quick hits. We're talking about future James Bond. This is kind of scary because it's like you have this amazing game come out, be the fastest selling game that you've had put out and everything. And now it's like, oh, well, you're going to have to play ball with big Amazon now. And like any kind of franchise stuff, the way it normally works is you license the franchise out to game companies. So let's say like Spider-Man gets licensed out to Insomniac to make Spider-Man games. Insomniac is going to make that game, and whatever they sell, there's a percentage of each sale that they have to give back to Disney because they own the rights to Spider-Man. Anything that is Spider-Man, Disney owns the full rights to it. So now it's like, okay, Amazon, MGM, they own the rights to James Bond, the movies, the franchise, all of the IP rights. And now they can say, all right, IO, you can make another game that has 007. Y'all crushed it. Great job. We did so great together. But we want, let's say, 25% of all revenue on this. And Amazon literally has to do nothing, y'all. Amazon has to do literally nothing, just protect the rights to make sure that they get their money and everything. And IO goes, makes the game, crushes it and all that, and then they just get to walk around with 25% of whatever they make. That's how it works. That's how rights work and everything. And it sucks because Amazon Gaming is not going to be able to make a game like this. Amazon Gaming is like having a hole in your shoe and you're walking through a puddle of water. Like it's just like, you might as well get rid of it. Like Amazon Gaming is trash. Okay. New World did okay, but they've literally shut down so many freaking things and they're just not good. So I feel for IO. I feel for all the people that have been working over there. Now they're having to deal with them. And it's like, are there going to be more cooks in the kitchen? Are there going to be more people trying to tell you that your roux isn't stirred enough, whatever it may be, that you need more broccoli? I don't know. It's only going to make the game worse. The more people you have in there, unless you get it where you can have control over the game. And I think that's important when you're really trying to make something that is interesting, for all of that. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but it's time for the Patreon quick hits. Guys, the Patreon quick hits are brought to you by our wonderful patrons. Make sure to go over to patreon.com/nerdcave to get your very own Nerd Cave membership. It helps support a 1.5 person business. Keep making awesome content just like this. Eat, Sleep, Anime, our awesome shows that we do on Tuesday, playing through games, and also making cool content. We're breaking out stuff, like the channel's growing. People are watching, guys. Thank y'all so much. There's also free tiers over there, so go check that out. Yeah. Thank y'all so much. Even the free people over there too. If you ain't got any dollar sauce, that's totally fine, y'all. It's totally fine. So, without further ado, this is going to be a little bit different because Derek didn't give me any Patreon quick hits. So, I'm going to read down just the titles of IGN articles, y'all. Okay, so this is brought to you by IGN. Black Ops 7's new classic mode seems to fix a lot of issues players are having with the game. No rest for the wicked. Developer blames Series S for the Xbox release delay. June's Humble Choice features Octopath Traveler 2, Citizen Sleeper 2, and 6 more games. Citizen Sleeper is freaking amazing, and I need to play Octopath Traveler. God of War developer promises many more Kratos games in the future. Tomb Raider, The Legacy of Atlantis pre-orders are live. Here's what comes with each edition. Elden Ring, the Tarnished Edition, has a Nintendo Switch 2 release date. Additional content also available to buy on other platforms. 007 First Light's Tax Sim mode is a shadow of Hitman's brilliant in-game, but I think the Tax Sim mode's still amazing. Xbox Showcase is going to be on Sunday. Y'all can check out all of that. Persona 6 image leaks only to be removed by Sega. Ace Combat 8 asks you to play the hero, whether you are one or not. I like villains, y'all. I like villains. Helldivers 2 dev confirms roguelite system called Planet Warfronts as part of big change coming to the game. 007 First Light estimated to have sold $2.2 million, generating $150 million in revenue, but reportedly has some way to go before breaking even. Y'all go support that game, y'all. What's up, Murdoch? Project Hadar, CD Projekt's mysterious new brand IP, sounds like it's going to be exactly what you expect from the studio behind The Witcher and Cyberpunk. Again, this is the Star Wars game, y'all. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. But yeah, I can't wait for that. But apparently it's supposed to be coming out to August 27th. Avatar Legends, the fighting game, delayed by a few weeks to add brand new content previously unplanned. The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu makes awesome use of Eternal Darkness style insanity effects. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight gets a Nintendo Switch 2 release date. You can now fight the Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick in WWE 2K26. I need that. I want to fight a rich billionaire. Now I know what September game to skip until the holiday sales. Control Resident has a 2-day PS5 exclusive early access, and not everyone's thrilled. Rayman's Legends, I was talking about earlier, is now available for pre-order. Trying to see if there's anything else, y'all. Do 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 do. And I think that's it, y'all. I think that's it. That's it for the Patreon quick hits. Oh, here we go. Hell Let Loose Vietnam has been delayed until August. And also Phantom Blade Zero delay moves launched late October. I think they're going to push, y'all. I think they're going to push to, I was talking about it earlier. They pushed back a little over a month, September 9th to the 29th of October. They're pushing to next year. Like, I think it's smart. Like, if you're this close to November 19th, which is GTA, I want to say GTA is November 19th. Especially after how hardcore September is going to be. No. Like, ain't no way, y'all. Ain't no way. And if y'all don't know, like September, I know I already kind of touched on it. I want to see if they have an article talking about all the games coming out in September, because it is crazy, y'all. The amount of stuff that is literally about to just inundate everybody in the club getting tipsy. I'm not seeing. I thought I saw it earlier. Ace Combat Fighter 8 looks amazing, though. I will say that it looks absolutely amazing. It just looks so freaking good. Looks so freaking good. Okay, here we go. So let's look at this. The Blood of the Dawn Walker, which I'm pretty excited about. Marvel Wolverine, Control Resident, Silent Hill Townfall, Onimusha Way of the Sword, Rayman Legends, the remake that we're talking about, a remaster of Dynasty Warrior 3, and a brand new Ace Combat Fighter 8. Warhammer Dawn of War 4 apparently drops. Trails in the Sky, second chapter drops as well. Dune Awakening is going to be getting into some stuff as well. And Gears of War E-Day might be jumping out there as well. Star Wars Zero Company looks like it's going to be in August. I don't think we don't have a date for Halo Campaign Evolved yet. But man, and we're not even done with Games Fest this week. There's only going to be more of it. And it's like, okay, can you put something in October? Yeah, I think you still can put something in October. I don't think you want to put anything in late October. Mid-October, you're feeling pretty good. But the closer you get to GTA 6 releasing, the less your sales are going to be there. And at this point, you might lose out on some sales, but it's like, is it worth losing out on like it being just a really good game? Yes, Zero Company is the XCOM like game that we saw, I think, last year. It looks dope. PC Gamer went and saw it and everything. Star Wars Zero Company. And dude, I am so stoked about this. They went like 2 months ago and looked at it, and it looks so good. And this is a Clone Wars story, apparently. See if they got okay.
Moments, and we often sometimes call them on team like our deep breath moments. It's kind of that chance for some.
Like, it looks so good. Oh man, Republic Commando. Oh, Republic Commando was so good. Man, I absolutely loved it. Absolutely love that game. And I can't, oh man, he passed away, if y'all don't know that. In a car crash of all things. But yeah, like, this game looks great, and it's supposed to be coming out in August. So for like all the people that are like more tactical and all of that, I think this is going to be fantastic. That was not a good cover, in my opinion. But yeah, this is during Clone Wars and everything. So coming 2026. So August would be great. August would be awesome. I would love that. Give us something. Because man, this year's already stacked, and Nintendo's definitely gotta do something to make themselves where it's like you want to buy their games, you want to buy a Switch 2 and everything. So yeah, but this weekend is going to be great, y'all. We've got tomorrow is Summer Game Fest. That's like in the afternoon, and then Sunday we also have Xbox is going to be having their showcase. So there's a lot to show and all of that over there. Hopefully they really, come out swinging and make it something really good that like gets people to want to buy an Xbox. Again, I highly suggest anyone that if you are trying to get a console, if you don't already have one of them, go secondhand. I know there is issues with that and everything. Go on Facebook Marketplace, go on eBay, find it for cheaper, because like I literally could pull up right now. Let's see if I can find one. I literally see over on Facebook Marketplace all the time where it is let's see, like PlayStations that are so much cheaper than everything. And I agree with you, Murdoch. It's like, I hope my PC can run it. And it's like, I can't afford these memory prices. Nobody can. Only the AI overlords can afford that. Yeah. Dude, I would say get a console. I would say get a console. Like, you literally can get Daphne, Alabama right here. $350. It looks brand new. Boom. There you go. PlayStation 5. $350 right there. Thank you, Love Bug. All this talking, I'll have Derek here to $200 here. So I'm just saying. Yeah. The hard drives are up. It's all crazy, y'all. Like, it is all cray up in here. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, the console generation is going to last a lot longer. Lot longer than what we thought. I will say that, y'all. It's going to last a lot longer, just because RAM cost is absolutely insane. Hard drives are absolutely insane. DRAM is up 919%. I don't doubt it. These stupid AI data centers. Ugh. and hard drives are up. Like, yeah, I've got a ton. Thankfully, I've got a ton of SSDs and everything. Like, one that would cost me like $100 is literally like $400 or $500 right now. I hope that end of the year we'll start seeing something settle back down. Bane, I'm gonna have to rob somebody just to play Dynasty Warriors 3 remastered. Dude, Dynasty Warriors 3 looks freaking sick, dude. Like, I was very surprised at how good that game looks. I was like, dang, go off. I've never been like a huge Dynasty Warriors fan, but it looks freaking great. And then like them adding in like Dynasty Warriors Origins character in there, I think is really cool. And it's like, if you can make a remake and it look good, play well, and still keep like the hits of nostalgia that you want, more power to you. Oh my lord. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I'm trying to decide, like, Sunday I will not be streaming. I'm editing on Sunday for Kind of Funny. So if you see any Kind of Funny shorts out on Sunday, it's this guy right here, this good looking man right here. I've tossed around. I don't know. I haven't made a decision yet if I want to live react to Summer Games Fest or not. Y'all let me know if that's something that y'all would like. If y'all would like. But like I said, I haven't made a decision yet. Midnight Club Dub Edition remix sounds more realistic by the day. I don't know, dude. Like, it would be cool. I'm not even gonna foo-foo you on that. Would be cool. I don't know if Rockstar would do it. I don't know if Rockstar would do it. I got bigger, like, it would be cool if they, I don't know. Like, they're just so in the GTA mode and everything. I don't know if they would. Like, they should have put out a Bully remaster or a Bully 2 by now, but I think that ship has sailed. It would cost them. Yeah. I just don't think I hate to use the corporate speak of, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. But yeah, I don't think it would eventually get where they want it and everything. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, there you have it, everybody. Thank y'all for being here, coming and be a part of this evening. We'll be live on Tuesday. We're going to be playing something new. We finished Expedition 33, so got to pick something out for Tuesday, but we're going to have a great time. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I might go live tomorrow for Summer Games Fest, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful week, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.